Hello and welcome back to Cvtb. My name is Carolina Moranian.
And my name is William Marston. Today is Thursday, March 28th. Let's get started with the first news story.
On Tuesday morning, veterans Roy Allman, Warren Spaeth, Mike Baldwin, and Steve Pierce stood on a small hill at Two Strike Park and watched the past fall to make way for the future. The occasion was the demolition of the old wall at the park, the first step in establishing a new memorial for fallen local war heroes. Workers from the Los Angeles County Department brought bulldozers and heavy equipment to Two Strike to jackhammer and demolish the old memorial wall while the veterans looked on. I have been so used to fundraising, it's hard for me to imagine we are actually doing work, Baldwin said.
In national news, the Supreme Court on Wednesday offered at least a measure of support for Away with the Federal Defense of Marriage Act, which denies legally married same-sex couples same range of benefits provided to heterosexual partners. A ruling is expected within 3 months on the constitutionality for the 1996 law for federal purposes. Marriage is defined only between one man and one woman. Wednesday's argument concluded 2 days of presentations before High Court on one of the most prevalent social issues of this era, the right of homosexual couples to wed and receive the full benefits of law provided to heterosexual couples' marriage, as Edith Eddie Windsor said, is a magical word for anyone who doesn't understand why we want it and why we need it.
In international news, in February, Esquire magazine published a lengthy profile of the man who killed Osama bin Laden. The story did not identify the killer by his real name, referring to him only as the shooter. The shooter said the al-Qaeda leader was standing up and had a gun within reach, and it was only then that the shooter fired 2 shots into bin Laden's forehead, killing him. Now, another member of the secretive SEAL Team 6, which executed the bin Laden raid, tell CNN the story of the shooter as presented in Esquire is false. According to the serving SEAL Team 6 operator, the story is complete malarkey. What actually happened the night of the raid, according to the SEAL Team 6 operator who interviewed, is that the point man ran up to the stairs to the top floor and shot bin Laden in the head when he saw what looked like bin Laden poking his head out of the bedroom door. The shot gravely wounded al-Qaeda's leader. 2 more SEALs then entered bin Laden's bedroom and, seeing that the al-Qaeda leader was lying mortally wounded on the floor, finished him off with 2 shots to the chest.
In entertainment news, a week after being hospitalized following a seizure, Lil Wayne's getting back to business. The rapper released a video on Wednesday, the day following his release from Los Angeles Cedars Sinai Medical Center, thanking his fans for their support. His album, I Am Not a Human Being 2, released March 26th, and then also there's a matter of his upcoming tour, America's Most Wanted, which he said he'll conduct with some of my closest friends in the game.
And lastly, in sports news, Jerry Reinsdorf hired Vinny Del Negro to lead the Chicago Bulls, despite not having a single coaching gig on his resume. 5 years later, the lame duck coach of the Los Angeles Clippers still can't escape the stigma of being a cheap hire for a bad team. Only the Clippers aren't a bad team any longer, not since Chris Paul arrived a season ago. Still, there's little love for Del Negro. No coach of the year mentions as the season winds down to its final month. No contract extension forthcoming. Only one hot seat. No, my future is great. I've got a great future no matter what, Del Negro said Tuesday before the Clippers lost in overtime at Dallas, 109-102. I've been pretty fortunate, so I don't really worry about that stuff so much. All those things take care of themselves. We're all finished. We're going to be prepared. We're going to be organized. We'll play hard, and at the end of the day, you've got to try to win some basketball games and finish as high as you can and have a great playoff run. But a lot of playoff teams are saying that right now, and it doesn't always work out like that. Well, that's all from us here at Cvtb.
Thanks for watching.
And we'll see you next week.